Hey Tim, how was the weekend?
Very, very good. Actually, it was very relaxing for a change. Lounged around a bit, read my book, so it was good.
So then can you please explain to me why I got about a dozen emails from you yesterday if it was relaxing and you were lounging around reading a book?
Well, I did that in between annoying you, yeah, which is
Yeah, right.
call it a hobby.
Yes, indeed. Okay. So it was a good weekend for auctions as well. Highest number of auctions
Yes,
in 9 weeks, 614 auctions in Sydney with a preliminary clearance rate of 66.9. So
mm.
that was a good number given that 503 was how many auctions there were same weekend last year.
Yeah. There's somebody's forgotten to tell the property market that we're in recession. Clearly. Which is
Yes.
really interesting, I think, in itself, because it's always seen as a safe harbour
Yep.
for money. So I wouldn't be surprised to start and see some money, if it isn't already happening, coming out of the more volatile areas in the equities market and coming across. So,
Yeah, interesting.
but it's it's one of the staples of life, isn't it? Shelter. So
Yep,
it
totally.
doesn't. It's not going to do those 30 and 50% crashes that everyone keeps talking about.
Well, just to give you an idea of the prices, we had a 0.8% fall in prices across Sydney in June. 0.8%. The year to date is up 3.2%, but the since last year we're up 13.4%. So
Yeah.
so much for that, right?
Exactly right. Exactly right. And I think this particular recession is a really interesting one to watch, because it's health driven, not financial driven.
Totally.
So the finance market hasn't actually collapsed. I found Andrew Wilson's presentation on Friday really interesting, and Andrew painted a pretty promising future for all of us once we can get through this mess.
I liked his line. There's a light at the end of the tunnel for the property industry, and it's a very bright light indeed. I liked that.
Yeah, and I think he's right. And I think it's hanging on. It's doing. It's not doing as all the doomsdayers want it to do, so they can be proved right. It's chugging along. We even hear examples of where it's breached reserve by $1 million and this sort of stuff.
I know, crazy. Although obviously the strength of the auction market and people going to auctions and going to open homes, we do have to be mindful of that physical distancing. Otherwise, we can see what's happened in Victoria, right?
100%, and that is a real wake-up call for us. I heard today, alarmingly, that there's 75 new infections in Victoria today. 75.
Yeah.
So, and you're right. And the reason that I think this is happening is we've all got COVID-19 fatigue. We're all a bit kind of over it now. And the scary bit that was there at the beginning, we've just started to accept it and forgotten about it. But if we and what we should be doing as an industry is looking at Victoria, because what's happened down there is that the restrictions have now been reimposed. So if we want to avoid the restrictions being reimposed, then I think we've got to go back to having some respect for social distancing and our obligations in this space. So I think you make a very good point.
Yeah, totally. Now, NCAT, I'm hearing that it's blown out a little bit further. What's going on there?
Well, it's all it's just feedback we're getting from members, but what we're hearing is that it's somewhere between 6 and 8 weeks. You went missing for a minute there.
Yeah, sorry. My husband was calling me. I'm on my phone and my husband called me and I had to decline the call. Anyway, it's all happening here.
Clearly.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
In San Francisco.
In San Francisco. It's the only way I can travel without getting jet lag. So, it's working for me at the moment.
I'd pick another location than the US, but that's only my view. Anyway, so we're hearing times of 6 and 8 weeks from when you make the application. So that's really quite troubling that it goes out that far for termination. So clearly NCAT are feeling the pressure as well. I suppose it's been, what's happened is we've compressed all of these cases. They've all sat there because you couldn't transact the normal processes of evictions and getting your disputes resolved. So it's come through and it's gone bang now. So I suppose it's not surprising the problems you're in, but the fact that we understand the problem doesn't really help much.
No, exactly. And we've launched a new website over the weekend.
We have. It was very exciting. So now we've caught up with the digital age, and you can go onto our website and purchase anything you want from us with your credit card and all of those other things that clever people can do with their credit card online. It eludes me on many occasions, but it's all there. Which is in all seriousness now, which is wonderful that we've upgraded all of that so that people don't have to do the faxing and all the rest of it.
All that stuff.
It was a complex issue for us though, because the multifacets of our job of our business. But anyway, it's done. It's done.
That's great. Awesome. And now we've got our Senior Auctioneers competition happening this week on Wednesday and Thursday. And I believe that it's being live streamed through Auctions Live.
Yeah, yes, it is. And that's, that's another one of the great things that the Institute's involved in and the industry. I mean, it's one of those things, the theatre of auctioneering. I mean, everybody just loves it. And that's part of the problem you're talking about with the social distancing. If somebody's going to have an auction in the street, people walk around from everywhere just to get close to it to watch it because of the hype that goes on in that space. But we will have the best of the best this week, competing for the title of the best New South Wales auctioneer, which is something obviously to be coveted, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we'll put a link in the comments here so that people can jump on and have a look at that on Wednesday and Thursday of this week.
And no doubt, I'd recommend to all of our auctioneers that are out there, if you have the opportunity to watch that, you'll always pick up something. And our aspiring auctioneers, make sure you watch it because it's not only is it good entertainment, and I do enjoy watching it, but the techniques of these people are something to be embraced and brought into your own world.
Yeah, they're very talented. There's no doubt about that.
It's a training session by any other name.
Yeah, for sure. Now, our membership competition finishes tomorrow. Is that right?
Yes,
tell me about
that. On the 30th of June, tomorrow will be our competition comes to an end to win one of three. I think we have 3 holidays going in one of the fire ravaged areas. So we thought what we would do is buy some holidays in that area, and if you pay your membership before the close of business tomorrow, we will have the draw then and decide which 3 lucky agencies will get a holiday.
Fantastic. Now I've forgotten. I didn't write down who our webinar is on Friday of this week.
It's Mark Basniak from the Shooters, Fishers and Farmers Party. Mark is the lovely gentleman who has introduced legislation into Parliament to move us from fair trading and set up our own commissioner for the property services industry. And I absolutely vote for that. And then again.
What a shock. Actually, that's going to be a really interesting session with Mark. So I'll look forward to that. Yep. And 24th of July, National Property Managers Day. The team are working on all of the marketing collateral, and we'll give everybody an update on that on Thursday. Yes,
and rightly so. We're going to recognise all of the unsung heroes out there in property management, the doctors and nurses of real estate. So I look forward to doing that. I'm going to try and find a couple of officers that I can go out, and I'm sure you will as well, and actually have a celebration with them. But we'll be asking those officers to take as many photos as they can, send them in to us, and we'll get them all up on social media and do a celebration about the wonderful work that these people have done, both residential and commercial.
Definitely, yeah. We'll get that hashtag trending. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
All right. Kate will explain it to you. All right. Anything else before we go?
I don't think so. Okay. I think that's it.
All right.
That's it. Yeah, I had I wrote it all down, but But that's it.
All good. All right,
All right.
lovely. I'll speak to you very soon. You take
You
care.
will. Talk later. Bye.
Bye-bye.